Okay, we're actually now in part 2 of the inspection. First part was actually septic tank and pump chamber. Now we're moving on to part 2, which is for the distribution box, a surge box, and the drain field itself. So let's walk all the way back up there. All right, so we excavated and exposed the distribution box and surge box right here. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the surge box real quick. Hang on a second. Okay, so here's our surge box. Unfortunately, the surge box is compromised. Just so we know what this box is designed to slow down the flow or the speed of the flow coming from the pump chamber so that it doesn't splash as this liquid tries to get into the distribution box. This surge box has been compromised due to root intrusion. As you can see right here, the roots have been pressing so hard that they actually cause the box to crack in multiple locations. Like right there. I do have the images. So this box is compromised. A replacement is recommended. The lid was also compromised by a nice big crack. It has not fallen apart. However, is not functioning properly. We do need to get this box replaced. At this time, it is functioning and it is doing its job, slowing down the effluent and allowing the effluent to exit that pipe right there, which is hard to see, and go into the distribution box. We're gonna go ahead and cover this thing. Hang on one second. There we go. Moving on to the distribution box. It too had just a little bit of root intrusion, but not nearly as much as the surge box. We went ahead and inspected the integrity of the distribution box, and just like the surge box, it too has multiple cracks. Stress cracks due to roots pushing through. The lid has those cracks as well as the distribution box, as you can tell right there. So the distribution box, unfortunately, it is compromised. When it comes to the lines, we inspected this line, no concern. Inspected this line and this line, all the way down to their dead ends. The only concern is in the first 20 feet. So the first 20 feet heading out to their dead ends, it's very dirty and it has roots. It's also causing water retention. So recommended for these lines is a cleaning with a hydrojetter, where you pull all of that crap back in here, and then out of here you vacuum it or pump it out in order to restore flow. We have lines 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let me get a better view. There you go. 5, 6, and 7. Unfortunately, those lines, they're not doing well. They have collapses that have been there for a while that show a great amount of sludge accumulation and root intrusion. And these collapses were marked with X's. Let me show you their location. Here's the drain field. This is where all the lines are supposed to be. The first two, as indicated, make it to their dead ends. But the collapses are kind of in a line going this way. So collapse number 1, collapse number 2, collapse number 3, collapse number 4, and collapse number 5. Not sure what was going on over here, if there used to be trees or what, but the accumulation in these lines is pretty severe. Lots of sludge in those lines and water retention right at the points of accumulation. The sludge shows that these collapses have been present for quite some time. Who knows how long? And unfortunately, they do indicate that these pipes are failing and not functioning properly. What I don't know at this time is whether those collapses are allowing fluid to go through. They might be, but I can't tell because I can't get my camera to go through. So there's going to be one of two approaches to remedy these collapses. And it's going to be either one, the cheapest option is going to be hydrojetting that line. Since we're going to be here, not us, but a hydrojetting company will be here jetting line 1 and line 2, because the first 20 feet of those lines are dirty. Might as well give it a shot for all the other lines, which is the next 5 lines, and see if they can pull back the roots and hopefully penetrate these possible collapses, because I can't get my camera to get through them. And like I tell you, the accumulation on every one of those lines is pretty intense, which indicates the sludge and the goo buildup indicates that that has been happening for quite some time. Okay, so that's where we're at for today. We do have some issues before the septic tank. We have some issues with the septic tank lid. We do have some issues with the surge box, D-box. A little bit of issues on the first 2 lines out of a 7 drain field system. And then the other 5 are also failing due to collapse. Whether they're actually flowing past the collapses, we don't know. The system is currently in process of failure. How long does it have? I can't tell at this time, but repairs are strongly recommended to be able to keep the system running for as long as possible. Okay, so that concludes this inspection for today. My name is Ricky Salinas. I'm with Freedom Plumbers and Pumpers, Septic and Drain. My phone number is 703-895-4109 with an email address of ricky@freedomplumbers.com and a website of www.freedomplumbers.com. If you have any questions on this inspection, don't hesitate to give me a call. Otherwise, we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.